And the recording has started, gentlemen. And now I want to share with you my whiteboard as well. And that is also available now. So gentlemen, मैं ये कह रहा था कि क्या हम कर रहे हैं. It's nice that Muhammad Ali has also joined us. So it's very important that these lectures are the core of cybersecurity, gentlemen. So what I was saying, that we are interested in NSM, where NSM stands for Network Security and Management. Sorry, monitoring. Network security monitoring. This is the core. And if somebody asks you, what is this network security monitoring? So your answer should be, number one, sorry, what should be your answer? Collection, analysis, collection, analysis, and escalation of indications, warnings to detect and report the intrusions. This is network security monitoring. I again repeat, collection. What collect? Definitely the alerts or whatever you are, the logs. You are collecting the logs, you are collecting the alerts, and then you analyze it. And after the analyzation, definitely either you will fix them, or if maybe you may not be able to fix it, or it is not according to your knowledge or your status in the company, then what you will be doing it? You will be escalating it. You will be giving it to you will generate a ticket, may I say, so that others, your seniors above you, which are the tier 2, for example, these guy will you will escalate these indications which you have found. You will escalate the warnings which you have seen, and for what purpose? To detect and report the intrusions. This is the definition of network security monitoring. Now, gentlemen, if we have to do this, theoretically, I think we are comfortable with this. So what we should do? We need a tool which is security onion, which is SO, which is we call as the security onion. Security onion. Gentlemen, I told you last time that the main cores of this security onion are, number one, for example, Logstack, log, STACH. The next one I told you, any question? Sir, indication is escalated when the analyst has no privileges or the analyst do not understand. Very right. As I said, that it is above your caliber. It may be you are not authorized to do this, or you are unable to understand it because of definitely you have less knowledge. You are a beginner cybersecurity professional, or I may say you are a cybersecurity associate. So you have a limited powers or limited knowledge. That's the reason you cannot, gentlemen, you cannot fix the issue, or you cannot detect the intrusion, whether it is something positive or negative, So what you will be doing, if you can't, you will escalate it to your seniors who have more knowledge, so that they may fix it. Does it make sense? Tabish, Muhammad? Okay, nice, very nice. So we talked about the Logstack, Elasticsearch, Elastic, and then the Elasticsearch, and the third one is very, very important, our dearest Kibana. Kibana. If I show you along with this gentleman, this site which we have already, probably I have closed it, let me open it, and that is Security Onion wiki, and here I am the Security Onion documentation. So gentlemen, we started with, and just to tell you for what purpose this Security Onion is used: for intrusion detection, enterprise monitoring, security monitoring, and log management. These are the three tasks. Furthermore, gentlemen, I told you last time that what are included inside this Security Onion are the following: Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. So these are the main components. Then you have different applications, different tools or toolkits which are used for example, for as a network intrusion detection system. Like the very good example is your SNOT or Suricata. So these two are the network IDS. Similarly, maybe OSEC, which is a host-based intrusion detection system. Or you may have the ZIG, you may have the Zeek, which in the previous literature was known as Bro. Very nice tool, Bro or Zeek. What is the job of this Zeek or whatever you call it? Zeek is for that you want to collect everything. You want to collect everything from the network. So this will be done because if I ask you, Muhammad, that what is a Suricata, what is a SNOT, so you will say that this is something which is the network intrusion detection system. So basically it has the rules within the device. Whenever the rule will be violated, it will generate an alert. For the rest, it will not have anything for you. As compared to this, Zeek or Bro is an open source network security monitoring tool. What is Zeek? Network security monitoring tool. So basically, Zeek sets on a sensors, which means that Zeek set up the sensors, which takes, because it is a network monitoring tool, as I said, so it will take everything, as compared to the SNOT, which will only show you something when something bad will happen, which means something alert will generated when the rule will be violated. But in the monitoring case, you will monitoring everything. Like I normally say that your guard in the university, they used to be everywhere in the university, especially on the gates, and they were monitoring everyone. They were not for when someone will come with for example, with something which is not expected, and then, for example, something with a gun is trying to enter, or something with a pistol want to enter, and he's showing you these arms. So this is something in the rule it is mentioned that this is not allowed. Now here the IDS will generate an alert. He will make a call to the registrar, for example, that someone with the arms has entered into the university. So this is the job of the SNOT and Suricata. While your Zeek or your Bro, what it will be doing, gentlemen, it will be monitoring everything. That is the reason we say that it is basically, the Zeek is a sensor, a hardware, software, or a virtual or a cloud platform that quietly observe network traffic. It creates logs, and then these logs may be seen by the SIEM or by the SOAR or by the SQL. I hope things are becoming clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Muhammad Ali, you are sure now it's clear that we as a security analyst, we as a security professional of tomorrow, what is our job? Our job is to do the security monitoring. network security monitoring. And I explained to you that what is network security monitoring. If you don't understand this, that is something you must understand, that the security monitoring is collection, analysis, and escalation. These three things include is these three jobs. Again, there is something. Sir, and why should we parse a log? Okay, okay. Why we should parse a log? The question is, sir, what does it mean parse a log? Okay, very right. If I define this parse, and then it will become very, very clear. And you have done this job. No, this is not something difficult to understand. Parse is resolve or an act of parsing a string or a text, resolve into its component parts and describe their synthetic role. This is the job of the parsing, that you divide into its components and describe its synthetic role. You know, when I was talking about the protocol, I said it had the syntax, semantic, and function. So this is syntax. Syntax means format. So describe the format in what will be the role of this format. You got my point? Now, for example, I give you one example first, and then I go back to this log term. Like, for example, you received a packet. So in the packet, you have the header of the TCP, you have the packet of the IP, you have the packet of the Wi-Fi or Ethernet or Bluetooth. So when you, and then you have the data. So if you remember, when we were using the Wireshark, we were clicking, these data was divided into its component. By component means this is the TCP header, this is the UDP header, or this is the IPv4 header. And then within the IPv4 header, this is the version, this is the header length, this is blah, blah, blah. This is the source address, this is the destination address. What it means, gentlemen? It means you have divided, not you, by Wireshark, divided your packet into its component, and it describes the syntactic role of each unit. This is called parsing. Does it make sense? And if you do, for example, I give you an assignment that use, for example, any tool, for example, Python, and you will be giving the traffic in the packets, and you will be dividing these packets into 5 different parts. For example, header 1, header 2, header 3, header 4, and then you should tell us the role of each component, each part. Gentlemen, does it make sense? Although I didn't answer your question completely, I will talk about this further. But till this, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I come to the log. What is in the log? The same packets, maybe the alerts. So if even it is an alert, it is a message. If it is a message, it has some syntax and some semantic. Now, if it is a syntax and semantic, definitely we should divide it into its components, and then we should understand what it is saying. This is called parsing a log. Ji, gentlemen, now makes sense? Like parsing URL will be what the component. Yes, what is the components? And we talked about this as well or not? I think we talked about URI, for example. And the URI, no, sorry. When we will be covering the DevNet, here we divide this URI into different parts, and then these parts, which is called parsing of URI, and then we use it. Yes. Makes sense now. I think things are becoming clear. But if not, you can ask Muhammad, especially Muhammad Ali. Or he is left. No, he is with us. Okay. So, gentlemen, so my topic, what I want to explain is that I want to show you about the architecture, and in the architecture, This is very important, that the component which are of the security onion, you should understand the functionality of each. So if I go to the architecture, you will see that the three basic components are: number one, Kibana, Elasticsearch, and Logstash. So these applications, tools, generates maybe the logs or alerts. Like here you can see what syslog generate, logs; what bro or Zeek generates, logs; what OSIC or Suricata generates, alerts. Now these will go to the log stack. For example, log. Now, but log need to be little processed to make it better, to visualize it in a better way. So what it need to be done? For example, it need to be indexed. Like if you, sorry, you haven't studied any course about the databases. So in the databases, when you design, for example, in Oracle or in MySQL or some blah blah, so basically how you can input something into the database, or you can extract something from the database, it is done through the indexing. So basically this is something related to the database. So this is Elasticsearch, make it more easily readable, may I say. And then you have a visualization tool from where you can query and you can see. And we have seen this Kibana in the last class. We will talk about that in much detail. But just to tell you, gentlemen, that these devices, which is, for example, Snort and Suricata, one of them will be part of the part of your security onion. Again, I tell you that we have what we are using here. Definitely, we are not in a production environment. That's the reason we don't have the production security onion installed. But it doesn't matter. What is important? All the components are there. So this is an analysis or a version for the students, for the instructors, so to train the students. At least it gives you everything. That is something good point. And then you can see that you have the OSIC, where it is also, what is OSIC? For example, you have 5 different Windows machines or Linux machines. Every one will have an OSIC, because it is not a network intrusion detection system. It is a host. It might be on your web server. It might be on your file server, on your email server, and so on. Further, what I want to talk about, gentlemen, is this small. It is not small, but it is very big. You can see here, I click it. So what I want to show you, gentlemen, is the following. Although I repeatedly say that this is not covered in the CCNA. As you can see, I am not using the CCNA material. I am not using the NetAcad, because NetAcad doesn't have this material. You got my point, gentlemen? This is something above, but I am happy to teach, and I hope you are happy to learn. If not, please let me know.
Mr. Interested, sir.
Now come, gentlemen. I told you last time that if I go to this our friend, which is Security Onion, and we will be doing both Security Onion for the defense, which means network monitoring, security monitoring, and attack from the Kali. So although Kali is not being touched in the security, this part, but don't worry about that. I'm worried about that. You should be more trained, and when you go to the market, you should feel some privilege over others. So come back here and give the cyber ops here. And I have already opened it, but for the timing, I'm not interested. I want to show you. I want to clear it, CLEAR. So we have the clear this terminal. Gentlemen, you can't find any link to open this. Simply you have to right click the terminal on the desktop, and you will open the terminal. Okay, so here is the terminal, simple as this. Now I told you last time that whenever you want to use it, you should use the sudo commands. because you need the privileges of the administrator or root. So SUSO test. So I will not do the test because I know that it is good. Just I want to show you the status. Cyber ops. So you can see, gentlemen, what it is showing. It is showing me that the SQL server is okay. I am happy about the SQL server and I will be using it within a minute. And just to for your curiosity, here is the SQL. Here is the SQL. Very, very important to learn. Our dear SQL. I will show you, but here is what I am interested. Here it is showing me in the architecture that there is an important part which is SQL. Can you see in the architecture, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
SQL daemon, SQL daemon. So the SQL daemon, if I show you here, daemon, you know, process. So you know that the SQL daemon is what here it is. I can show you. Furthermore, you can see from here as well that the server which is running the SQL daemon, which means the process, is fine. Then it is telling you the PCAP. You know what is PCAP? We have used this PCAP in the Wireshark. We were storing the traces of the traffic in the PCAP file. So the PCAP file, it means that it collects the maybe the complete session, or maybe the traffic related to a certain protocol like HTTP, for example, HTTPS, for example, ICMP, for example. So the PCAP agent is also functional. Okay. The snot agent, I just showed you that the snot is, in our case, in the security union, we don't have the Surikatha, we have the snot. The snot agent is also working. We are happy. Then I want to show you the Elasticsearch, Logstash, Kibana. They are also working. The frequency server is also working, and this is also a very important thing, which is the Barnyard. So nothing is okay. Everything is okay for us. We are happy. Right now, please go and look at in the architecture as well. You can see saw about the SQL. You saw about, I just talk about the snot agent. The snot agent is here here. You can see here the Barnyard. So this is again which is in the good shape. Syslog ND is also in the good shape. What is the job of this Barnyard? Gentlemen, it's decode the IDS alerts which are generated by will be generated by or will be indicated by the snot application or toolkit. So this job is to send it to the SQL. It decodes the alert generated by the snot agent and give it to the SQL. I hope making sense everything. Then it is telling, if you look at here from here, gentlemen, here it is showing you the sniff traffic. What it means? I go back to my terminal and I use ifconfig. ifconfig. Gentlemen, here you can see some of the many interfaces, but the important interfaces where I am interested, as I told you last time, is this at 0. Why I am interested in here? Because it is showing that it is running, it is up, good, but it doesn't have any no ARP, no ARP. It means it is not working with this interface is not working. Why? By doing an ARP. Why it is not doing ARP? Because it doesn't have to receive packet from other devices and send to others and provide its MAC address to someone. No. Basic objective is to work in the promiscuous mode. The basic objective is to work in the promiscuous mode. And I explained to you last time what I mean by promiscuous mode. This interface wants that everything should come to it without the normal behavior, which is the non-promiscuous mode. Muhammad Ali, is it difficult to understand or not understandable? Whether I have lost the connection? Is it? Okay, all control also tell the open the terminal. Good. We have only Tabish is here now. Okay. So ताबिश लेट्स कंटिन्यू. तो हम बात कर रहे थे ताबिश कि हमें 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 एक इंटरफेस चाहिए थी. इस इंटरफेस को हम कहते हैं स्निफिंग इंटरफेस because it is in the promiscuous mode. And in the architecture, I can show you, gentlemen, that this is your sniff traffic and that interface which I showed you just now. Then, gentlemen, these are the buffers. More your RAM, more these buffers are. And then through these buffers, it goes to the right application, may I say. It may go to the snot or suricata. It may go to the bro. It may go to the OSEC. It may go to the net sniff. I discussed many times this snot suricata. It is a network intrusion detection system. OSEC, it is the host intrusion detection system. Bro or Zeek, I explained that this is something which is getting all your traffic, And what is this? I think you are clear with this. Basically, your Zeek is network security monitoring tool, and it creates logs of the traffic, which you can manually review, or you can use some of the tool like SIEM or SOAR. Okay, Muhammad has joined us back. Is there any message? Okay. No, sorry. It is. I was stuck, my man. Okay. So, gentlemen, what I was discussing is that if I can make things, because one of the objective of a can be that I should start only using it, but I am telling you the architecture behind it as well. So you should relate. You should have a clear understanding that how it is working. So, gentlemen, here you can see that this is your interface, which is the sniff interface. I just shown you. This is my interface which is at 0. You may have a different one, but I use just ifconfig, and I found that my at 0 interface is in the promiscuous mode, which is it is in the sniffing mode. And what it shows in the architecture, this is the interface, gentlemen, sniff interface, where your traffic will be sniffed by this interface. And then there you may have the RF ring, which is basically you may call as the buffer which distribute traffic among the workers. And what are the workers? Workers may be your bro, OSIC, suricata, snot, netsniff, and so on. I explained that traffic which is related to the alerts, definitely from which alerts will be generated, that will go to the snot, and snot may create an alert there, or definitely that traffic may go to the bro or Zeek. And what is the job of the Zeek? To analyze the traffic. It is a security monitoring tool whose job is to generate the log for the whole traffic, and that traffic may be visualized manually, or maybe by the tools like SIEM, SOAR, or just I showed you SQL. Similarly, OSEC is for the hosts. It is again an intrusion detection system. The last thing which I missed is the netsniff. It is again a free Linux analyzer and network toolkit. It is basically a fast zero copy analyzer. That is an important term. Zero copy analyzer, which means the traffic will not be copied from the kernel to the application and so on. That is the reason it is called zero copy analyzer. Not important. This is something related to the operating system, but it is what it is important is it is used for PCAP capturing and relaying tool. It is a PCAP capturing and relaying tool. What is a netsniff NG? Remember, it is a PCAP capturing tool, which means log capturing or packet capturing tool. So I explained to you everything which is in the literature, which is nice. And then, gentlemen, these are the places where these will be definitely, if bro or Zeek is generating a log, where it will be stored? It will be stored here. If it is by the OSIC, it will be stored here. If it is by the alerts from Suricata, it will be, or from the Snort, it will be stored here. If it is a PCAP file, it will be stored here. So I hope you are very much clear. You can further see that NetSniff is about the PCAP. Your Snort alerts is about the Barnyard. And I explained this Barnyard decode the alerts generated by Snort or Suricata. And here is the Snort agent, which is basically running the Snort, and here is the SQL daemon, or you may call it a client or server, which is running. So I explained probably everything to you related to the architecture, and now using becomes interesting and simple. Am I right or wrong, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to SQL. Where is SQL? Gentlemen, the SQL is here. It is part of the, we talked about the Kibana, and here is the SQL, SGUIL. When you click it, it starts something here. So gentlemen, it looks like two things. One is this, if we look at this, first of all, let me tell you, this is not a web application. SQL is not a web application. It has been written in TCL/TK. TCL/TK. So, okay, gentlemen, if you want to increase its, okay, I should close it and start it again so that you should clear. It should be very clear. I start the SQL. It will ask me two things: username and password. Gentlemen, here I give the username, which is analyst, ANALYST, and here is the password, which is cyber, CYBEROPS. Gentlemen, one thing more. Here you can see the local host, which means I want to connect to the local machine, or I want to connect to a remote for some work. Because we don't have any remote here, we have the SQL installed on our computer. So that's the reason I'm using the SQL host as local host. Definitely you understand that you will use some port, and the port number is 7734. Now you say okay. It will ask you the first thing, and the first thing is from which interfaces it should monitor. Which interfaces should monitor? H0 and OSIC, for example. So you can see that it has a little ticks, space for ticks. So it depends upon you which you want to monitor. Presently, they are all unmonitored. Let me start with the unmonitored and see what is the result. Start. Nothing is there, because I have said that there are 3 monitors, and I asked the 3 monitors, don't do your job. So it means this is something not good, but we should learn. Now the question is, I want to say quill, and I want to change monitored network. ये काम आप वहां पे select all करके भी कर सकते थे, और अपनी मर्जी से by your choice you can pick your choices. But because I chose and at that time unmonitored, so that's the reason I have to do something from here. So I got this window back. So if I say, for example, select all, or if I say, for example, H0 and OSIC, or maybe this as well, and then I say start SQL. So gentlemen, you saw that whatever was here, it was shown. Now further, if you want to increase the size of these writing, Again, it is not, as I said, the web, something web application. You have to go into the file and you have to change fonts. And in the change fonts, you can give the change as you wish. What should be the type? Whether it should be bold, italic, blah, underline. Whether it should be size of 10, 8, 12. It depends upon you now. So what has been chosen by default? It is the Liberation Sans. It is normal, not bold, not italic, not underlined, not overstrike, and the size has been chosen as 10. It's up to you. If so, but when you are working on a machine which is just placed before you, 10 probably might be good. But if you want to make it 12, nobody stops you. This is just to tell you. Or if you even you want to make it bold, again nobody tells you. Now the question is to talk about some of the okay, two things. Real-time events. So what means whatever has been captured, it is been shown. So this is the real-time events. But gentlemen, as I said, what it is SQL. What SQL is about? It is part of the security onion. What security onion do? Network security and monitoring. So basically, you have to, and one of the object of the this security monitoring is to escalate the events. So if you escalate some, it will be shown here. So if you are working in a company and you escalated something, nobody can blame you. It will be always available here. But as we haven't escalated anything yet, so it is 0. Very fine. Then gentlemen, you can see here ST. You can see here ST. What mean by ST? Status. What do you mean by ST? Status. And in the status, gentlemen, you can see RT. This means real time. The status of this event, which is a record, you can see a horizontal line. This represents a status, which means it is a real time. And then the real time has been represented in 3 different colors. If I am wrong, please correct me. It is red, yellow, and orange, or may I say brown? I don't know, but you can see here it is red, it is yellow, and it is, I may call it light brown or orange. It depends, whatever you want to say. Okay? So there are 3 colors. Red means urgency, which means go and check. If it is yellow, it's okay. If it is orange, so you can give it time, which means it is not urgency. At a later time, you can watch it, you can monitor it, you can study it, you can analyze it. But the red one, just go and check. Yellow, okay, no problem. And the orange one, need your attention, maybe later. Make sense, gentlemen? Yes, then is the next one is the CNT, which is the count. And the count is, gentlemen, and the count is how many times this happened. 114 times, 2 times, 13 times, blah, blah, 351 times. So it tells you the occurrences or frequency of this event. So this makes it a good tool. Instead of looking at maybe 1 million lines, it tells you that this event occurred 10 times, 2 times, 1 time, and so on. Then it tells you about the sensor. Which sensor? So we have used it. This tool has one sensor, which is called as the security onion OSSEC. Furthermore, gentlemen, you can see here the agent status. If you click the agent status, you can find that there are 5 agents. What are these? You can see their type first: OSSEC, PCAP, SNOT. These 3 are the types of these 5 agents. And if you look at the agents, gentlemen, first, it is, as you can see, OSSEC, it is the security only OSSEC. PCAP is on your Ethernet, on your sniffing interface. Again, SNOT on the same. And then these are the 2 import agents. Please look at the status ID of these agents. So you can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the alerts are based upon the same. Which means if you look at here 5, 1, or 2, or 3, or anything, this is represented by looking at this number, you can find that this is being found by, or this has been reported by this agent. The rest is simple. Start date at the time when, date and time when the event occurred. Who was the source of that event? Who was the destination? What was the source port? What is the destination port? And what was the event message? So it gives you a very good, something good. Although we are at a very beginning stage, no problem. But we are learning, that is important. So for example, if I click any one of them, for example, if I click this is something about the Trojan horse ransom, for example, and it is red as well, and it has been occurred once, but it has an alert ID 5.75, which means it has been given by the security onion import agent. And if I click it and I say show rule, with which rule you reported it? Show packet data. It also tells you the packet data. Who was the source of this? Who was the destination of this? And if it is the version, you know, header length, type of service, length, which means 53 bytes were there. You know, if it is 53 bytes, 20 bytes will be from the IP. What is the remaining? 33 bytes. 33 bytes are here. Gentlemen, further, if you click it, right click it, not working. Okay, when you click on the alert and you want to show, right click it, the 4 things are important, or 2 things are important. One is the transcript, another one is the Wireshark. Transcript force new means come with the new, and what is already available is the transcript. You know, when you got, for example, you completed your degree and you got the transcript, which means it was a complete information. It was a complete progress. So if you want to see the complete progress, this is from you can find from the transcript. And Wireshark, you already know. If you want to look, because gentlemen, may I tell you that within this tool, which is Security Onion, you have different ingredients. Among them, for example, TCP dump, for example, Wireshark, as I told you, Barnyard, Snot, MySQL. What is MySQL? It is a database. So these are the components of even the SANCP, which is a TCP session record. So these all are part of this tool. So if I click, for example, the transcript can only be generated for TCP traffic at this time. Okay. So if we can see TCP by this is the protocol. You know, protocol 6 means TCP, 17 means UDP, because you know in the TCP, in the UDP, we don't have a session, so we don't have a transcript. So if I click this one, 5.37, I right click it and we say the transcript, it must show me the transcript. So we can look at the details. What was the source IP? What was the destination port numbers? And what was the protocol of the destination? So what was the destination web server, NGINX, you know. So gentlemen, it gives you a very good understanding how you will analyze and monitor and do many things. Or if I do the Wireshark, the same Wireshark which you are expert of, so you can transform into Wireshark and you can analyze it. So you can see, for example, this is something which may I call it the parsing. Tavish. It shows you the data link header, it tells you the IP header, it tells you the UDP header, it tells you about the data.
Clear, sir.
Okay, nice, very nice. So gentlemen, you can see how important how this tool is. If you learn it in a good manner, it will be beneficial for you, inshallah. Ji gentlemen, Muhammad Ali, do you have any question? No, sir. Good. So, have you installed this security onion on your computer? This VM, have you installed it? No, sir. So, please do it if you want to learn it. Otherwise, just by watching the videos, because maybe on the YouTube they will be better than this available. But important is how you perform, how you do, how you practice. So it will be nice if you perform these tasks on your own computer. So if you have any question, I will be happy. Dear sir, there is a window problem, but I will install. Okay, nice. So I think I will. Okay, no problem. I hope you will fix the problem and you will install everything and you will do your practice. So I will be continuing with the same in the coming class, and I will be sharing this video with you as well, both the videos, the last and this one, so that you may watch during the weekend and do the practice. And furthermore, I should tell you a few further things, and then I may stop it. So you can close your Wireshark here. You can close or you can minimize your SQL as well. So I close it for a time being, and I go here to my terminal, and I may clear it as well. So we have the clear terminal here, just to show you some of the commands which you may remember. For example, gentlemen, you may give the sudo, which means you want to see the list of the users which are on your security onion. So here you will be do so means security onion user dash list. So it will list you the users cyber ops. So you can see there's only one user, which is the analyst, which is on this computer or this operating system with the user ID 2. And the last login was on 19 today at 15:53, because now the time is 14 something on this machine. You can even add a user to this device. You can change, because you know the analyst password is, for example, CyberOps. You can change it by using I will not do this, but I will just show you sudo and then so dash user, that is something user management on the security onion, and then password PASSWD. So with this you can change the password of the user, or you can add a user if you want to say ADD. So you can come up with a new user, enter the name of the new user, that will be granted privileges to connect to the SQL, SCORD, Kibana, and so on. So as we are not interested, so I do Control C and I exit. Otherwise, you can give here the username and his password, and you can generate a new user, or you can disable a user by using sudo so dash user dash disable. For example, you have 10 users, but one of the user is doing something bad, so you can disable him as well. So this was something, gentlemen, a brief lecture on the weekend. Hoping that you have enjoyed it. I will be continuing with this because this is very important material. You can understand. This is less theory and more skills. So, and skill always adds. You understand. So, gentlemen, I will be happy to stop here and will give you time on your weekend. Enjoy your weekend as well. But if you have any question, I will be happy to respond. And if you don't have any question, then may I say Allah Hafiz to you and see you on the coming Wednesday, inshallah. Sir, recording stopped. Yes, gentlemen, I have to stop the recording. So that is the recording has been stopped. Dear sir,